It's your boy, Quazio. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Quazio. Back with another video. If y'all didn't see my last deck profile, I was running 7th grade, and make sure y'all go check it out. I did an opening, and y'all definitely want to go see it because my reaction, what I pulled, my last video was sick. And so today, I got a special deck profile, and I think Dogmatika is a really good, strong deck. It might be, I think it's like the top of one of the decks gonna be upcoming formats. And so I'm here today. I got
John Michael. What's up? You usually know me as the other water guy on the channel, but trying to bring Sean some new content. So just a quick shout out before we get started. I know Sean's got some more stuff to say. So he is about to reach 800 subscribers. We're trying to get him to 1,000. That's the goal. So if you guys can just like the video, share it, comment on it, do something, just to help, like, grow the community. Also, he's got a Facebook group. I know he's a part of the Mermail group on Facebook, but he's got his own called Quazio. So go check that out. It's going to be where he shares, like, when he's going to upload videos. He's got, like, combos, stuff like that. So make sure you check both those out for sure.
Yeah, so we're gonna get right to his deck list, and let's get right into it.
All right. So I didn't play the Necros version of this deck because I think the invoked one's a little bit stronger. So with that being said, I'm playing 3 Alistair. Obviously it's starter. Not like super unfair, but consistent enough to where you can like supplement your Dogmatika engine. Easy way to add pressure and to just make sure that you continuously have plays after plays. Now for the Dogmatika cards, I'm going to explain a few of these for those of you who are new to it and haven't been studying up on it. So this is Ecclesia, 4-star obviously. So she can be special summoned if a extra deck monster is on the field, and when she's normal or special summoned, you can add a Dogmatika card from your deck to your hand, and then for the rest of the turn you can't special summon from the extra deck. So obviously, ideally, you're going to start your play with Alistair and then special summon her, and we'll explain some of that when I get into the extra deck. But yeah, she's definitely the best starter for the Dogmatika cards. Next, I play 3 Maximus. I know a lot of people are playing 2, some people are playing 3. I think the card's just too good to not play at 3, and you need to get it on the board. If this card sticks on the board, that's easily how opponents lose games. Your extra X monsters are resources in more than one way, and your opponent's extra deck dwindles unfairly. So this card's effect, you can banish pretty much any extra deck monster from your graveyard, special summon him, and then during the main phase, you can send 2 cards from your extra deck to the graveyard, and your opponent also has to send 2. Alright, and I only play 2 Fleur de Lis. So this is like, one, it's like your beat stick, right? So you can special summon it if there's an extra deck monster on the field, and then you can negate a monster's effect on the field. And then if a Dogmatika card attacks, all Dogmatika cards gain 500 attack, and that's a permanent effect.
So just to let y'all know, the Dogmatika Felice does not target when she summoned. The effect will be, it's a non-tolerable negate effect. It just negates the effect. It doesn't target, so it's really good for certain cards.
Yeah, very strong, very good way to apply pressure to do extra damage. So yeah, I mean, something we discovered, this deck can kill in one turn if the initial board is left unchecked. Obviously, it's not going to do some crazy combo to kill somebody in a turn, but if they can commit a monster to the board and it sticks, then the next turn can definitely be trouble for you. So that's it for my starters and I guess you could say extenders. So hand traps, I'm playing triple Effect Veiler. I think this card's really good right now. Nibiru just seems to be like less and less useful the more decks that come out. Especially if you're going to be seeing this deck around, I feel like Nibiru might be a good card to move to the side. It depends. We'll have to see how the meta goes. So 3 of those. I'm playing 3 Ash. This card's universally been like one of the best hand traps for over a year now, so I think this is very important to play to stop all the Halp plays and the Nadir Servant and stuff like that.
Have you ever considered running like Ghost Ogre? Numerons?
Yeah, I thought about putting Ghost Ogre in here, but I don't know if it's worth siding or main decking. I think Ghost Ogre is mainly just good against Numeron. It kind of doesn't do a lot against the other decks, but we'll see. That was another thing about this profile. I've got the main and extra deck sorted out, but we're working on the side deck still. So for spells, 3 Servant. This is like the new Engage, in my opinion. You activate this card, you send a card from your extra deck to the graveyard, and then it adds a Dogmatika card from your deck to your hand with less attack than the one sent. So, I mean, it's a good way. If you're going second, you can send the Elder Entity to pop cards. It's just an overall like really good starter. I would get these now. For those of you that watch Market Watches, I think this will be the card that definitely either maintains value or goes up. Next, I'm playing 3 Invocations. I know a lot of people want to play 2 of this. My list has a few cards that kind of warrant me playing 3, and you'll see that in a second. Basically, I just always want to draw the invoked part of the deck. The Dogmatika stuff can stand on its own, but you want to get to this stuff for sure. 3 Called by the Grave. I think this card's just, 1, a supplemental trap, very good. Also, like I said, you want your cards to resolve, right? You don't want to get hit by Veil or Ash Blossom. They're very important. You know, your spells and monsters need to resolve, so 3 of this. Next, 3 Droplet. This card is nuts. I think it's definitely rightfully at the top of the set in price right now. I know tactical talents in this kind of like switch back and forth, but it's really good. You know, it's a damage step, you know, trap basically. It clears established boards. It can negate cards when your opponent's going second. Like, just all around fantastic card.
Yeah, that card is insane, and you can't respond to it. That's what makes it even more insane.
Yeah, for sure. And then I play 3 talents as well. So that's the reason I'm playing 3 Invocation. My theory with this, Called by the Grave can only do so much on its own. So say they do Ash, you don't have Called by the Grave on your Alistair or something. This can potentially draw you into that Invocation, or other cards like Extenders that can, you know, help you make plays. So I think it's important to play 3 of, you know, all of these cards. Yeah. I'm sure you guys all know what this does. It's like the most hype card.
Pedigree, Fortune Sentry, and what?
Brain Control. You can take any opponent's monster.
Yeah, change of hearts.
2 Meltdown and a Terraforming. I also consider playing 2 Meltdown, a Mine, and a Terraforming. But we'll see, you know, how things turn out.
So what's the reason why not running 3 Meltdowns? Just curious. I just noticed you run the Terraforming. Why not 3 Meltdowns?
Just this is another way to search, and it kind of baits a hand trap also. Like, it's the same theory with like this and like all your other searchers in the deck, like the Nadir Servant, Ecclesia, Maximus. Like, if they Ash on the Terraforming, they have bigger things to worry about. And then my spicy tech for this deck, Double or Nothing. So that gives away 2 cards in my extra deck, obviously. And we'll get to that when I explain that. And then I play 5 trap cards, and this is a 40 card list. So my 3 ofs are going to be impermanents. I think this is in contention with Ash for best hand trap. I think you have to play this card. It gets around Tactics talent and stops a lot of plays.
And Call by the Grave.
Yep. And then my 2 one-up traps. Schism and Punishment. Schism, for those of you that don't know, is going to be really good in like normal stall, but also in this deck. It's just a way to supplement a window on your opponent's turn. So this deck obviously sends cards from the extra deck to the graveyard, and this card lets you fuse from your graveyard. So it's a way to put wind up on the board. And then this card is nuts. I can't believe it's a common. So you can target a monster that your opponent controls, send a monster from your extra deck whose attack is equal to or more to the graveyard and destroy that card. So it's basically like a 2-for-1. You can send Entis and pop 2 cards. You can send Titanclad Search and pop a card. Like, yeah, it's nuts. Okay, to elaborate, the reason I only play one of this, we put Omega in the extra deck, so Omega can always shuffle this back and you can always research it, so there's no reason to brick on more than one in the deck. Alright, for the extra deck, token out of the way. I'm playing one of each of the Shadals. Like I mentioned earlier, like the invoked engine is the like supplementary engine of the deck that like lets you keep going, right? So these cards are just like a 1-turn window. If they can break that, you're going to push through with Fleur-de-Lis, invoked, and the other card I play in the extra deck. 1 Titanclad. So when you send this card to the graveyard, it lets you add any Dogmatika card from your deck to your hand during the end phase. So it's a good way to bait hand traps, but also like to set up the combo, you know, either send this or this first, and then Construct's going to add back the Schism that this adds and sends. So that's how you set up your plays. And then it has you'll have like 2 Darks in the graveyard for that. For the invoked package, pretty standard here. I don't play Raijin because we have no wins. If I played Moonlit Chill, maybe if I side deck that, I might play Raijin. We'll see. We'll have to come back to that, but this is just a way to get rid of Golden Lord, dude. Good negate. This card's just nuts. I feel like this card's probably the only unfair card of this deck. And then Kalga's a good way to just slow your opponent down. And then Entis. It's just a free pop, man. Like, I think this card's going to be very prominent in everybody's extra deck because Maximus sends 2 from both players, obviously. So cards like Called by the Grave will be very important. But yeah, just a free pop and usually get to search off of it. 2 links. Almirage, Secure Gardener, that's just part of the Alistair combo. Obviously Alistair links into this and then links into this and it's a Nekaba. Now this, my theory with this deck, I talked to Sean about it, it's not got an easy way to kill, right? Like, you have to put pressure on after a while. So this adds that easy kill component. You can summon Alistair, Special Ecclesia. If they left a monster in attack mode, that's a wrap right there, right? Other than that, it's just a long grind game, which there's nothing wrong with that. The deck does that exceedingly well, but I feel like this just adds some flair to the deck and makes it easier to end games quickly. And this might look familiar for those of you who watch Sean's videos.
Yeah, it's a spoiler alert. So you get to that far, this is his, it's not mine no more. So that's that. So you told me look nice, and he's trying to kill you with it, so it's kind of sad. He's going to kill you with a $500 card.
And then the last card, you guys know, I already talked about, Omega. Just crazy, man. Like, you can never run out of resources, right? You just keep sending this off Maximus and it lets you shuffle a different resource back, which is why I'm only playing one of this, and one of a couple of the other cards in my extra deck. So this card's just nuts. But yeah, man, that is the profile. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any questions, obviously leave them in the comments. I watch Sean's videos too. We can try to explain this deck a little bit more to you if you have any questions or concerns. Other than that, I'll let you take it away, Sean.
If you like the video, please do a like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you have any tech choices or any change y'all would think this build could perform better, or make sure you just comment about it. And we love there and crafting with other people. And so yeah, just make sure stay tuned. Coisio's out.